Sabrina Carpenter is out here killing men and making grandiose girl power FUs to the current dating world. However, I find this all hilariously ineffective, if not outright hurtful, to the girlies that she's trying to help. So I want to unpack this today. I want to dive in because she just launched a new album that many of you have probably seen. And going along with that, she launched a song called Tears with a corresponding music video. And at the end of that music video, she kills the love interest, the guy. This tends to happen in almost all of her videos, apparently. This is a thing where she just murders the men. Because, haha, silly, fun stuff. So just for context, this is the end of the music video, and then this is sort of how she wrapped it up.
I'm so glad you're okay.
Wait. No.
I've been looking everywhere for you.
You died earlier, I thought.
Babe, what are you talking about?
No, it's a thing. Someone has to die every video.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry.
Why are you being weird right now?
We'll always remember you, though. He was a nice one, too. They have to give the people what they want.
Okay, so that's the bit at the end. And like 2 days after the first video launched, they edited it in YouTube and added this ending instead of the one where she kills him. Frankly, I just think it's a marketing ploy, but now the new ending goes like this.
I've been looking everywhere for you. That was close.
I'd say so. Oh, you should probably move over. I told him to move over.
So that's the ending of her latest video, and everyone has picked up on the fact that this is now a thing. Obviously, she even said it in the video. A lot of people were loving it.
I've been looking everywhere for you. What the? Babe. Babe.
Sabrina Carpenter killing men in her music videos is honestly my fave genre. When it comes to a Sabrina Carpenter music video, I no longer ask, will she kill men? Now I ask, how will she kill men? Because men dying in her music videos is inevitable. It's just apparently her thing, which I just immediately can't help but think, what if the roles were reversed here? What if a male artist's entire brand of his music videos or his art was hurting and murdering women? And it was funny, and all the guys were like, haha, bro, you got another girl. I mean, like, what? I tweeted about that yesterday, and a lot of men were like, that's how serial killer movies are. I'm like, okay, yes, but they're serial killer movies. We're talking about a female pop star just doing a pop star music video. So it's different animal. And I don't think that would be widely praised by women everywhere. Another one of her fans said, Sabrina Carpenter disturbed the church, kills men, and kisses women in her music videos. This is a quality artist. With a meme. This, to me, is exactly the type of artist that I would expect in 2025 being thrust into the mainstream. Not surprised. Are her songs catchy? Is she cute? Yeah, of course. Again, that's part of the science here. It works. Killing men in music videos, even just for the plot, is not healthy. But let me tell you about something that is healthy. That is balance of nature. They have incredible supplements like their fruit supplement that is packed with mango, pineapple, wild blueberries, banana, and more. And their veggie supplement has powerhouse ingredients like kale, spinach, broccoli, and shiitake mushrooms. They've even got a fiber and spice blend that combines 12 spices with 4 whole fibers, making sure that you're getting all that fiber because a lot of Americans, we don't have even close to the necessary amount that we need every single day. I love taking my balance of nature every single day because I know that I'm getting those good nutrients into my body, regardless of how chaotic my food schedule is. Sometimes it's the simplest, most convenient solutions that actually make the biggest difference in how you feel. So if you guys want to try Balance of Nature for yourself, you can go to balanceofnature.com and use promo code CONRAD for 35% off your first order as a preferred customer. Plus, you'll get a free bottle of fiber and spice. That's balanceofnature.com, promo code CONRAD today. Get some good health in you. Let's go back to this unhealthy conversation about killing men. Now, if you guys remember from a couple of weeks ago, we talked about her infamous cover photo that she posted for this new album before it was released. It was that photo of her on her knees next to a man. And now that that album is actually out, she has addressed the controversy with Gayle King on CBS Mornings. And I wanted to play a clip from this because I was really expecting, and I think I said this in the video, that I was expecting that maybe she's going to have some gotcha. It's going to be some critique on feminism or something that like makes a lot of sense. And everyone goes, oh, see, right, we were right to support Sabrina. We knew that she was doing something and it was some poetic whatever. That's what I was sort of expecting. So she addresses it here and gives a whole bunch of nothing as her answer, which I thought was very funny.
What was your intention? What is the message you're trying to say on this cover, if anything?
if anything.
I think to me it's so up to interpretation, but
what's your interpretation?
my
That's when it
interpretation
matters.
is being in on the control, being in on your lack of control and when you want to be in control. Like, I think as a young woman, you're just as aware of when you're in control as when you're not. And I think some of those are choices. And I think for me, this whole album was about the humanity of allowing yourself to make those mistakes, knowing when you're, putting yourself in a situation that will probably end up poorly, but it's going to teach you something.
But it's good, dude. Anyways, it's going to teach you something. Wow. I'm trying to track what she's saying, but frankly, I just can't help but hear like a Kamala Harris answer. Like talking a lot of things, sounding very, but also saying really nothing at all here.
No, you're right.
There was a lot of different meanings.
Because one of the comments was, it can't be all three. Some people
you read
say
all the comments.
Yeah. Well, not all of them, just a couple. Sabrina can't have it both ways. If it's a satire of how men treat us, it can also be a straightforward image of a woman being submissive just because it's sexy.
Right.
When you heard that or read that, what did you think?
There's just a lot of pointing fingers for, at that point they hadn't heard the project. They don't know me. They don't know my intentions. They don't know the stories I'm telling.
Well, now we have heard the project, and it's all about having sex with men. So, which I'm going to dive into here in a moment. But the other thing that I wanted to point out from this is this one particular clip that went viral from this interview. And it was her talking about, it doesn't matter what the people say, which again, of course, to a certain degree, you kind of have to not care what the comments say. I get that. But I thought this in particular was funny.
I always say, you don't have to like what I do.
Fair. And I don't.
I think there's this weird misconception that every artist has to check every box for everyone to like everything about them. It's never been that way.
Yeah.
It's never going to be. So I'm okay if Tommy from Arkansas doesn't like what I do.
And a lot of people took that moment and they were like, it wasn't Tommy from Arkansas who was talking about this cover. It was young women being like, what is this message that you're sending to us? But there was a Tommy from Arkansas who saw that clip and made a response video. And I'm sorry, this is sort of off topic here, but I just had to play this because this is just wholesome internet content.
I'm okay if Tommy from Arkansas doesn't like what I do.
Hey, I'm Thomas from Arkansas, or Tommy from Arkansas. And I don't care what Sabrina Carpenter from Pennsylvania thinks about my music.
Is she
By the
from
way,
PA too?
Here
Wow.
it is if you want to hear it.
Running around, Tommy rebel on a living wage.
This is a bop.
Love, no money, honey, we make lemonade.
This is 10 out of 10 marketing. Okay, I'm going to go listen to that song. Is it also called Lemonade? Man, we just talked about a lot of Lemonade songs on here.
I've tried to give me lemons, but my Jesus making lemonade.
So back to Sabrina here. She likes men. She sleeps with them. She then also hates them, thinks they're childish, often murders them for the plot. Those are the confusing messages that she's sending through her music. But I think at large, she's trying to make a commentary about men through her music. Like, men are childish, misogynistic pigs that will use, abuse, and control them. That's what she's saying. Like, yeah, they're bad, so we're gonna have fun with them anyways. It's silly, it's gonna be great. That's the vibe. But I would like to take another angle. And to do so, let's just take a look at her latest song, the also soundtrack to her latest murder, Tears. Her joke within these lyrics the whole time is that she is aroused at a guy by doing the simplest of things, like taking initiative and doing the dishes, having good communication, assembling an IKEA chair, being responsible, texting back, keeping in mind her feelings. Because obviously she's implying that men don't do even the simplest of things, so when they do, then she's excited. But what is funny to me about that song and her whole album is that she is essentially having sex with the men anyways, the good and the bad, the responsible and the man-child, continuously talking about how pathetic the men are, but then sleeping with them anyways. Not demanding commitment, but clearly desiring it time after time. In multiple songs, she even expresses sadness when men develop willpower or have self-control.
He's clingy, he's loving, he always initiates. Gonna return it, get back the version I like this one's
I think of the Notebook meme where it's like, what do you want?
What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
And I did read many of her songs last night. I didn't even listen to them because I don't want them stuck in my head, but I read the lyrics because that's what I wanted to talk about. And all of them, I was like, oh, they're all about every single one. It is clear as day that she thinks that the girlies are getting the last laugh here. But I would just love to ask the question, who benefits the most from Sabrina's man-hating / loving / using lifestyle? men. Just like her girl power cover art. What would actually happen if women demanded more from men? If we decided instead of laughing it off and taking back our power by giving the men exactly what they want, we actually required commitment. She talks about owning her power and having control by getting on her knees. And I would argue that the other idea, the idea about actually demanding commitment, would be the own. We all know that women have the power to control the availability of sex for men. And because of that, we as women could require more from them before giving them everything. Our hearts, our bodies, you name it. And I mean require more than them texting us back or helping build cheap furniture. Like, well,
Does that sound like something you want?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, you'll never get it.
I saw her producer calling this album and her music the future. He was like, she is the future. Everything about her is the future. And I was like, I hope not. I reject that. No. I don't know, call me crazy, but how about an agreement for an exclusive relationship? A requirement of love? Better yet, call me super crazy. Call me a crazy Christian conservative. I am one, so sue me. What if we required a commitment of marriage? And a vow before God before allowing access to the most sacred and intimate parts of ourselves. As women, we know that we are the most vulnerable in this hookup atmosphere currently being peddled by people like Sabrina Carpenter. Not to get graphic here, but is biologically designed to impregnate women. And though you can do a lot to try and prevent that, nothing is guaranteed, except for the fact that babies do come from that act, in which only the women carry the child. Secondly, is biologically designed to bond. Even on a cellular level, there are bonding mechanisms at play to bond those two people together. There are literally studies on the chemical and biological parts of this, like vasopressin and oxytocin, literally released during that for a purpose. So while these women can sing about sex and then just letting the men leave and it doesn't even matter and it's totally cool and then end the episodes by just offing the men altogether, women are the ones left with effects of that act. There's also elements that affect men as well, but specifically for this episode, I want to talk about women. So my question here is, could we actually ask more of men and then receive it? I mean, imagine the numbers of commitments and marriages just flying through the roof if the incentive structure actually changed. If the severity of certain acts were treated with the level of importance that they were once viewed with. And my question, is it that radical to believe that that could happen in 2025? Maybe. Probably sounds a little crazy, frankly, even just talking about it. I'm like, yeah, people will laugh. Don't care. However, though, I do see rumblings online of young people starting to desire this again, both men and women, which could be a whole other episode. Because the empty hookup culture hasn't helped either gender. And the constant media pushes from people, even like Sabrina, leave us more separated as genders, more sexually confused and sad, rather than empowered and content. Thanks so much for watching today's episode. If you want more content like this, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you enjoyed it. For other content, you can also follow me on Instagram and X, as well as our brand new comment section Instagram. I'll see you guys in the next episode.